With my own eyes, I saw him. I'm like 4 shiz up the spout.
Do I look like I'm negotiating?
How much have you ever lost on a coin toss? Call it friendo.
I drink your milkshake. I drink it up!
Yes, there have been plenty of memorable lines in cinema the past year, but none quite as important as, and the Oscar goes to. This is The Noble Truth. G'day and welcome to The Noble Truth. Now, what was the big event this month? It was the 80th annual Oscars. Juno really concerned me. Now, teenage girls and schoolgirls want to be just like this Juno. So they're saying the same lines she did and doing the same things she did in the film, including getting pregnant. If you've got a teenage daughter, please go to a room right now and you'll probably see that she is getting knocked up so she can be just like Juno. To make a endearing comedy about teen pregnancy is just irresponsible. There's nothing funny about a group of teenage girls heading into eternal damnation. Atonement. I wish I could atone for the time I wasted watching that movie. No Country for Old Men. Now, I hate this film. Because the thing I hate about this film is the fact that I can't say the things I hate about this film without spoiling it. Oh, what the hell. Spoiler alert, in the end, nothing happens. Michael Clayton I'm a bit mixed on. On the one hand, I love any film that deals with corporate abuse of power in a capitalist society. On the other hand, I don't like the way it negatively portrayed that abuse of power. There Will Be Blood. It's a masterpiece. It's great. I love any film that highlights how important oil is to society. Daniel Day-Lewis played, I felt, the most endearing character, someone who's driven by greed, corruption, and oil. He could pretty much run for the Republican nomination for president and be a shoo-in. It looked like with 8 nominations each, the Oscars were going to come down to an old Western shootout between No Country for Old Men and There Will Be Blood. How did it go down? Well, you can find out right now in unprecedented footage of my real-time reactions to the Oscar winners.
Oscar goes to Javier Bardem.
I think that was pretty much the biggest certainty of the night.
And the Oscar goes to Tilda Swinton.
Yes! Colors. Yeah, I thought that was terrible. Christy Cotillard. Anyone but Juno. I hope. Come on, Tony Gilroy. Or Brad Bird. Come on, Ratatouille. Hang on, we're going.
Yeah, we're cool.
Daniel Day-Lewis. Yes! That's a great performance. I hope Anderson, Gilroy, or Schnabel wins.
The Oscar goes to Joe Cohen, Ethan Cohen. No Country for Old Men. The nominees for Best Motion Picture are Atonement, Tim Bevan, Eric Fellner, Paul Webster, producers. Juno, Leanne Halfon, Mason Novick, and Russell Smith, producers. Michael Clayton, Sidney Pollack, Jennifer Fox, Terry Orange, producers. No Country for Old Men, Scott Rudin, Ethan Cohen, and Joel Cohen, producers. There Will Be Blood, Joanne Seller, Paul Thomas Anderson, and Daniel Ruby, producers.
There Will Be Blood.
And the Oscar goes to No Country for Old Men, Scott Rudin, Ethan Cohen, and Joel Cohen, producers.
I can't believe the Academy members even understood that film. I guess we'll always have our milkshakes. There will be blood. Anyway, to our next segment.
Race to replace.
This month, the big event for the presidential race was Super Tuesday on February the 5th, where roughly half the states voted and the Republicans took it to a debate right before Super Tuesday.
However long it takes to get out of there with victory and with honor. With regards to this idea that I favor a specific date for withdrawal, I do not. Lay a charge out there, regardless of whether it's true or not. Don't check it. It's simply wrong. And the senator knows it.
That your negative ads, my friends, have set the tone, unfortunately, in this campaign. Timetables were the buzzword. That was the Iraq study group. That was what the Democrats said we wanted to do. Your answer should have been no.
Talk about these long-term stays. I think, how many men are you willing to let die for this? For something that has nothing to do with our national security. There were no Al-Qaeda there, had nothing to do with 9/11, and there was no threat to our national security. They never committed aggression. It's unconstitutional. It's an undeclared war. And we have these silly arguments going on about who said what when. I think it's time to debate foreign policy and why we don't follow the Constitution and only go to war with a declaration of war.
Governor Huckabee, the idea of a 100-year...
Now, Ron Paul, a 10-term Republican congressman of all people, should know that common sense arguments and facts serve no place in a Republican debate. Anyway, let's have a look at how that turned out for the Republican Party.
Huckabee went Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, Tennessee, West Virginia. Romney took out Alaska, Colorado, Massachusetts, Minnesota, Montana, North Dakota, and Utah. Which left McCain to take out Arizona, California, Connecticut, Delaware, Illinois, Missouri, New Jersey, New York, and Oklahoma.
Mitt Romney had these bold, courageous words.
Ann came to me and she said, the one thing that's clear tonight is that nothing's clear. But I think she's wrong. One thing that's clear is this campaign's going on.
A few days later, he withdrew his candidacy for president and endorsed Senator McCain.
Of the February states after Super Tuesday, Huckabee won Kansas and Louisiana, where McCain won Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, and Wisconsin.
Now let's have a look at the all-important delegate count for the Republican Party.
With 1,191 needed for the nomination, Ron Paul's on 21, Mike Huckabee on 271, and John McCain on 883.
Now the Democratic race.
On Super Tuesday, Clinton took out Arizona, Arkansas, California, Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Tennessee, where Obama took out Alabama, Alaska, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Georgia, Idaho, Illinois, Kansas, Missouri, North Dakota, Minnesota, and Utah. Went on to the other February primaries and caucuses in where Obama won Louisiana, Nebraska, Washington, Maine, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, Hawaii, and Wisconsin.
The delegate count.
We have Clinton on 1,043 and Obama on 1,191.
So, Democrats' race still too close to call between the two candidates, Obama edging in front, and the Republicans. Looks like McCain just may clinch that nomination in March. Oh well, back to you, Matt. Now let's have a look at Follow Me. Fitting in with the Academy Awards theme, this month I have to recommend you go see the best film of 2007, There Will Be Blood. See you next time on The Noble Truth.